Good morning, Steve Crumliner here with you. Hey, we're gonna go on another fishing trip on Lake Monticello in a few minutes. Hey, sit in the back of my boat by watching YouTube in your living room, and you can go fishing with the old fisherman and enjoy a fishing trip, catching all types of fish. I show my methods and teach all I know in my life that I've learned 67 years about fishing. And my methods might be a little bit different than what you used to, but hey, look at YouTube and follow me on my fishing trips and learn how to fish. And I'm trying to teach youngsters out there that wants to get into fishing. Hey, this is the way to do it. Follow the old fisherman and you will enjoy yourself. And thanks again for being with the old fisherman. Good morning. Hey, the old fisherman. Back with you again, Lake Monticello. We are trying a new method of fishing today. We're going to use worms and a monkey milk crappie jig. And we are going to try to catch us some doggone catfish along with some white perch. I don't know how big they're going to be. We're back in a cove. And they hadn't fished like this ever. A buddy of mine catches them with worms, just chunking it out, and kind of troll it along. And that's what we're going to try today. Lake Monticello, where we normally catch our fish, is boats everywhere, so we are moving around a little bit and getting at another spot kind of by ourselves. And we're gonna use a Bobby Garland monkey milk crappie jig and some earthworms. What we're gonna do. And already got one, look at it. Huh? Already got one. Just chunking out with a worm and pulling them in is all we're doing. Lazy man style with no carp. Just a light lead and a number 4 hook, and we catching some good, they medium size. I just saw a nice catfish just a few minutes ago. I'll show him to you in a minute. He's probably about 1.5 pounds, nothing great. Putting one little worm on, chunking it out. That's all we're doing. Real light lead and letting it fall to the bottom. Easy fishing, lazy man style, but only not having a carp. We just chunking it out and letting it go to the bottom. And it floats down to the bottom. We pull him in when he bites it. Catch a few catfish and doggone small perch. There's small perch all over some of these coves, and we just chunking out and letting it hang. By casting distance away from the boat, and by the time you get one down, maybe another to go. I think we're getting a bite on this one. And in the meantime, you cast the daggone little crappie jig, monkey milk. Kind of pull it along with the trolling motor real soft is what we're doing. You get on a little pocket of them and catch them, and then you get off of them. Going real slow with the trolling motor. That was a bite right there, I missed it. Real slow with the trolling motor. So one bite. That's what we're doing. Glad y'all could be with the old fisherman again on another fishing trip. We're changing our style today. I don't hardly ever fish like this, but this lazy man worm fishing. Thought maybe I'm to show you how to do this. Oh, that was a bite right there and I missed it. Nate, hitting again. Hitting that doggone monkey milk crappie jig. Bumping it. There he is. Hey, he is. There he is. That's a pretty nice one. Hey, it's fun fishing. See, that's a pretty nice quality fish. It ain't no super dog magnum, but hey, he's big enough to take to the house. I bet you I don't even have any worm left. I guarantee you, they don't eat my worm up. Bet money on it. Yep, no worm. Hey, it don't work on credit. I promise you. It will not work on credit. And I told y'all that. Only thing about these worms, hey, they nasty. They're really nasty. Just chunk it out. That's all we're doing. I guarantee I don't have one on this one. Oh, doggone, he hit it when I went to move it. They want it moving. I want it kind of trolling. No worm. no worm. So all you got to do, a lot of baiting up is what you're going to do. Catch these little perch. But they'll eat the worm off in a minute. They'll eat the worm off in a split second. There goes one. Look at, oh Lord, I missed him. Hey, I missed him. They're going to work me to death. Hey, but it's a different kind of fishing now. It might work with a cart too. You're going. Look at you're going. Huh. It might work with a cart too. You go back in a little pocket in the neck in about 15, 20 foot of water and you catch these medium-sized perch. Everybody likes them fried whole like that. And somebody that don't know how to fish, that's the way to do it. Right now, hey, right now they're in shallow water. Got one on that one, bumping. And you can take your kids out and just take it some worm, little worm, preferably red worm, chunk it out, and hey, you see what we're doing. We're having a good time in a little pocket catching white perch. They're not all big ones, but hey, you ain't got to keep them all. If you don't want them, throw them back. But they're fun to catch. You get a little kid out here that wants to catch a few fish, this is some good action for him. You ain't got to know nothing. All you got to do is bait a worm on. That's all you got to do. Is bait a worm on, and you can have you a good time. And ever so often, you know what? You might catch you a big catfish. They out here messing around with these perch also, probably feeding on them. Just chunk it out. All you got to do. Boy, I tell you what, this worm fishing is nasty. Woo! Nasty. But hey, you got to love it. They won't even let me use my Bobby Garland. There he is. Missed him. They won't give me a chance to use the Bobby Garland. I believe I might catch bigger fish on the Bobby Garland. Kind of pull it in a circle. They like it pulling now. There you go. There you go. Little one. Little one. Ever so often you get a nice one. I missed him. I missed him. Got a little worm left and throw it back out. My casting distance for light lead, I'm using a light lead, about a number 6 or 7 lead. What we doing? It's pulling around here in this cove till we get on a little pocket of them, then we stop. Oop, that bite. See that bite? There you go. See that? You want a limber end rod, a real limber end rod. See that? Look at it. Oh Lord. A real limber end rod is what you want now. Like I say, they're not big, but it's fun to catch them, and a kid would love it. So just trying to show you another way to catch them. Enjoy a day on the lake. Because all you got to do is peaceful. Ain't nobody back in these coves. Everybody's out in the bigger water. Probably trying to catch the bigger fish. And we back in here. Doggone line wants to get tangled up so bad. We back in here in the cove, and I'm probably going to lose a rod before the day's over. Most likely. There's no rod holders on the boat yet. Tell you, I had an incident the other day with my doggone big motor, the switch on the big motor went bad. You believe that or not? I'm having a little bad luck with some of this boat stuff, but hey, the switch went bad and I had to go buy another daggone motor switch. I was lucky to get off the lake. That thing wouldn't, it turned and the buzzer would ring, but it wouldn't never go on in the next position. And hey, I all but panicked. I finally got it started. When I got it started, I left, went back to the ramp. And a good thing I did, because it quit. So I ended up, I sprayed some stuff in it like WD-40, but I ended up going and buying another switch. Hey, we got it fixed now though. Now that right there is a medium-sized perch. Hey, good size to eat. I'm gonna keep him. Ain't much to him, but hey, fry hole, he's good. Where's the catfish? Oh, going, I caught a nice catfish a while ago. Might have another one of them. Get the monkey milk out there, we might catch one on the jig. They like that monkey milk. I think they're back in here eating small, well, the mayfly larvas are fixing to hatch, one thing. And so they on the bottom back here. Again, they're going, I missed it. They're laying on the bottom, so these fish are going over the bottom, feeding on mayfly larvas and stuff like that. What I think they're doing. All we doing is pulling around real slow. All we doing. You get a bite like that right there. See that? They like it moving, I tell you. But they all, I mean, they little. They ain't jumbo magnums, but they're small ones. There you go. Uh-oh. I just, you know, I realized they're small. I could go in and probably over on the rocks and try to catch some more bigger ones, and I probably will, but it looked like a lot of boats over there, so I decided I'd stay away from that. And they might be eating it up over on the rocks. And we back in here playing around with some white perch and a few catfish. Like I say, I ain't caught but one catfish. Might not have enough worms on for the catfish. They like a lot of worm. So ever so often I'll put a lot of worm on one of them, just in hopes I get a catfish. They biting, but they ain't really, they little. They little. Catfish might be out here in the middle of the cove. So I'm gonna move out here in the middle a little bit. Oh Lord, they went on the monkey. I'm gonna lose a rod yet, people. I'm gonna lose a rod yet. You watch what I tell you. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. They show us the world it's gonna happen. Tell you what, they're working me now. Hey, they working me. Y'all see that? We catching a bunch of them, but they just little. Hopefully we get a couple big ones. We having a good time. Hey, that ain't too bad. You know, if you want to keep that size, that's okay. I'm not going to keep that size. I want a jumbo magnum later out of it. But just another way to catching fish, the old fisherman style. This is something different. I don't normally do this. The reason I don't do it is because you catch a lot of small fish. Y'all see that. And these small fish, I just don't like to catch the small ones. I like the big ones. It's got to be some nice ones in here somewhere. But most of the time, the bigger ones are out in deeper water. And, oh, good gracious. They're out in deeper water. I caught that one nice catfish though, doggone. I turned the camera on after I caught him. I thought I was gonna catch some more cats. It don't look like it's happening. But the perch are biting. Hey, they just little. They just little. You see that? They just little. We want jumbo magnums. Moving around, get a little deeper out here. They might be, the big ones might be out in the middle of the cove. Who knows? There's one. Look at that. There's one. Still little though. Babies. You see how many is in here. The little ones tend to hang in the coves, and the big ones go out in that big water. Hey, we might have to use worms in the big water to catch the bigger ones. We might have to adapt over to using worms. If they're not feeding on shad and they feeding on mayfly lavas and stuff like that, you might have to use doggone worms to catch them. Hey, I tell you, they're hitting the monkey milk though, by itself. They just not big. All of them is next year, next winter, they'll be jumbo magnums. Next winter is what they'll be, jumbo magnums. Guarantee you. Plenty of them biting though. It's the matter of getting the big ones. Finding the big ones. We in 20 foot of water right now. We got a little deeper. I was hoping maybe the bigger ones would be out here deeper. That's what I was hoping. Might not be. That was a bite. Might not be though. Thanks to my wife for giving me a doggone 30-year award on our anniversary. She had it made a crystal award. A lot of you seen it on Facebook. Thanks to her, Miss Deborah's a wonderful gal and cute as a button. Hey, I got lucky with Miss Deborah, and everybody knows that. But we've had a good marriage. And thanks to Miss Deborah for an anniversary present, giving me a 30-year award for putting up with one stubborn redhead. And hey, she can be stubborn, but I guess I can too, so it goes both ways. Maybe I taught her how to be stubborn. Now I got deeper thinking I was going to catch bigger ones. Guess what? We can catch nothing. So we got to get in the shallow. That's what happens. If we get in a pocket of catfish back in here, we can tear them up, I believe. These catfish will run up these coves along with these perch. Thanks to Mike Brandon, he gave me a sabiki rig and a flutter spoon and a pair of scissors. He's always bringing me presents. Mike's a great fan and a great friend. Just a wonderful guy. Don't get no better than Mike Brandon. Super guy, and hey, he's made him, let me tell you, he's engineered him a doggone boat beating machine. You plug it into your cigarette lighter and that sucker beats with a hammer, and it just sits there and beats out of you in the boat. You ain't got to beat the net. And hey, he is some kind of engineer, is all I can say. He's a gadget man. He can do some gadgets now. Hey, it looks good enough to sell. Man, he went somewhere on a website and found out how to make it, and hey, he put it in his mind how to make it, and he made it. The joke is something now. He knows a little bit about everything. But thanks to Mike, he's always bringing me presents, and he's just a good friend. Super guy. You got to love Mike Brandon. Well, what happened? I got too deep. See the fish right in here in this pocket. Where they at? In the pocket. And if you don't get in the pocket, you ain't gonna catch them. But we ain't catching any big ones. That one catfish, and he wasn't a whopper, but you see him right there. One catfish. We're gonna have to move around and get on another spot. Might have to go over there. The wind's blowing into the rocks today. They're probably biting over there, but it's Friday, and there's a lot of people over there today. The old guys that like to throw out the wheat and chum the wheats over there. When they over there, I have a hard time catching them. They pull all the catfish in one spot. I don't chum wheat. I could do a show on doing that, but stuff's so nasty. Stinks so bad, I hate to have it in the boat, especially my new boat. And I'll tell you something else that they bite real well too. It's a bait called Doc's Catfish Formula. You mix it up, it's like brown peanut butter. You mix it up with a little cooking oil, and you put a sponge, dip it in a sponge, you can catch them like that. But the problem is that stuff, when you go to cast it, it spreads all over your carpet with that grease. I sure ain't fishing with that stuff in this boat. No. They'll have to eat something else when I'm fishing for them, but they will eat it up. With a doggone little chunk of sponge about the size of the end of your finger, or thumb. Yep, the fish in. I went in, I got a bite. So they in shallow. Where they at? They back in this little pocket. Where they at? And you got to get back here. You ain't gonna catch them. You can be right off these fish and not get a bite. See? Look at that. Biting it, but a little. Taking my worm. That's all they're doing. They out there, right in this little pocket. Little bitty rascals too. I mean, little. Okay. Get back in and catch a couple of them. I went out deeper trying to find the bigger ones, and it looks like they all back in his pocket in about 12 foot of water. There you go. See that? That's a nice one. That's a nice one. Ain't no big one. They're just little. But they're back in the pocket is where they at. They're all back in one area. You see I didn't get a bite out that deeper. Come back in here and we start to catch a couple. But they just little. Hey, they throwbackers. Fella yesterday had a 48 quart cooler outside. I just can't see keeping them little ones like that. I guess we ain't got nothing else to eat. But they just little. This lake slam full of these little ones. But you got to go in the coves to catch these little ones. Look down the going. Huh? Look down the going. Fun to catch. Got to go in the coves to catch them. That's where they at. Piled up in here by the thousands. Just wanted to show you that you can catch these little ones back in the cove. I'm going to release these babies. These ain't jumbo madness. I want them next winter. Next winter they'll move out the coves out there in the big water and we'll lay it to them. And that's where the big ones are too. They out there somewhere suspended, feeding them big ones. Guarantee you on that. I gotta say, the only problem with this is doggone dirt, worm guts. Got to hate worm guts. These worms, when you stick them, they just shoot stuff all over you. Hey, they Georgia Wigglers out of the yard. They ain't cost me nothing. Got to love that. I'm telling you right now, they out there. They out there. They out there. All you got to do is throw it down and get a bite. All you got to do. Throw it down, you get a bite. Yeah? You think a little kid, 7, 8 years old, wouldn't have them a ball catching these things? Again, gone. Man. And if you want catfish bait, this here's prime way to catch them. Now that right there might have swallowed too much, huh? This is a prime way to catch catfish bait. Let me tell you. Take them whole perch like that and out there and drift some big catfish, you liable to catch anything. Tell you that right now. You liable to catch anything. They working, old fishermen, ain't they? Huh? Like catching brim on a brim bed, but only they ain't big. That's swallowed. That ain't good. He ain't gonna make it, I don't think. No. I'm gonna have to keep him. I got no choice. I ain't throwing a dead fish back. Let him have it too long. Let him have it too long. But anyhow, hey, you see what we're doing. They all back in here in the cove. And they all little. But I'm gonna let y'all go because we're gonna go look at some bigger fish. These are too little. I'm damaging them up. I don't want to do that. But I wanted to show you that you can catch a few little ones. We're gonna get out of here. These are too little. I ain't gonna sit here and kill these little fish. We're gonna go out this same rig out in the deeper water now and see if we can't get on some bigger ones with worms. I think the bigger ones will take these worms. What I think. If we can find us a batch of them. But glad y'all could be with the old fisherman. Before I go, I'm gonna throw this jig out one more time. And this crappie jig. It's all tore up though. See, they can tear up a crappie jig in a minute. I'm gonna take this joker right over here by this dock, see if we can catch us a crappie before I let you go. I ain't even gonna throw that ass out. I know the little perch hit it, but there's a good chance there might be a crappie over here by this dock. We're gonna try it. Bear with me. Tell you, it's a humid day. It rained all night, and the fish apparently are biting a little bit. We just get on the right size. I'm gonna turn this doggone trolling motor back into this dock, right side the boat, and we're gonna see if we can catch us a doggone crappie right up here. I'm gonna drop it straight down. I like to fish straight down this time of year. Let it set in the zone for a little bit. You got a cloudy condition, and I think the man's got a little bit of brush up here. I don't know. Might come in here and caught a couple. A big old catfish. I'm gonna try it right there. And let it out right there. I'm getting more used to my new trolling motor. That iPilot works okay, and but I like the big remote. It sets on my leg better. Might not catch one. Might not catch one. All them little perches right out there in the middle of the cove, you'd think there'd be some crappies out there with them. But you don't catch them. Them crappies is funny in this lake. It used to not be like this. You used to go 15, 20 foot of water right now and catch all you wanted. Ain't like that no more. I think it's because these perches eat all the eggs. You take all these coves full of little perch like that, Hey, they don't eat all the eggs. No crappers here. That day Mike caught a couple here, that was a fluke. And they could be up there on the dock. But we're gonna let you go and see if we can't catch another one somewhere else. I know there's plenty out there in that cove, and I know I could catch more of them. But they just ain't the right size. They ain't no need to kill all them little fish. Ain't no need to kill all them little fish. I left the fish to come in here because they're too little. They right out there in that pocket. And how many of these pockets you reckon they in? Probably all of them. They just ain't the right size. They hitting it. They hitting that doggone crappie jig. You can actually catch them casting the crappie jig. They're so little, they can't take it. What it is. We might have to go over to the rocks and catch some bigger fish. Maybe pull my jig down. No? Throw it back out one more time. Right out there. That's right where they are. Let it go to the bottom. And reel it in. They're not eating it up. They're just little. They want worms too. Hey, that's typical, they want. That's typical for the perch. They'd rather have a worm most of the time if they're not feeding on shad. You see, every one of them is about the same size. They one size too small. Every one of them. One size too small. Okay, throw it back out. One more time. But grab you some worms, bring your kids over here, pull in about 15 foot of water, and drop down or cast around the edge of the boat, and you can catch these perch, these little perch. I'm convinced of that with worms. And if you like little fish to eat, they'll be fine to eat. Yeah. They just the wrong size. All of them babies in here. And they all of them right there off the side of that point in this pocket. Every one of them. Now out here, I got 21 foot. I see a couple of big hooks look like catfish. So there's some catfish out in the middle of this cove also. But glad y'all could be with the old fisherman. Go to SteveCumberliner.com, get your t-shirt, or your hat, or your apron, or your fish towel. Whatever Miss Deborah's got up there. She might not have another apron up there. That hawk just flew down and got that fish I threw back that didn't make it. See him going yonder? Flew down and snatched him up right off the doggone top of the water. He's going back to take it to his babies. Guarantee you. We got to go find some fish. Hey, bear with me. We'll get another episode going in a minute, hopefully. On Lake Monticello, be glad you're still alive and don't take nothing for granted. Take in each and every day. My wife said yesterday, man, coming to work over there at the plant and had a massive heart attack right there at the workplace. So you don't never know. Hey, man wasn't but 50, couple years old or so. You don't never know when something bad's gonna happen. So you better enjoy each and every day doing what you love and don't take nothing for granted. Glad you could be with the old fisherman. Hey, make somebody smile. Be nice to people and it'll make you feel better. Thanks for being with the Old Fisherman. See you on the next episode.